Now the first thing you'll notice is that the finish is coming off. That's not really the concern. The concern is this. That is a scratch in the glass. And if you look over here, I hope you can see that there are more scratches in the glass. That, which goes all the way up actually, that is because this piece has a wiper on the inside, a felt wiper. And as that gets old and hardens, it starts to collect particles and scratch the glass. So I need to replace that. The only question is, how does it come off? Well, I've got the new one here. Let's get it out of the bag and see if it offers us any insight. Well, with the new one out of the bag, it's nice and shiny. It's a lot different color than the one that's on there. This is a Toyota OEM piece that I got from the dealership. So this is how it's supposed to be. And if we look, here is the felt wiper that I was talking about. The felt that rubs up against the window instead of just rubber rubbing against the window. And then the trim piece fits on a shelf with these clips. It looks like we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clips to worry about. Rocco, Rock the dog, Rocco. Hey, Rocco. So this used to be Rocco's car. Rocco grew up in this. Rocco was a puppy when this thing was new. Oh, Rocco. Oh, Rocco. The car just came from that house over there, and the first couple times I drove up, Rocco was very confused. So he has to come and check on it every now and then. So the first thing I thought I'd do is just put some water on the window to lubricate this so it doesn't get scratched as we put it down. Very professional here, just sloshing some water on it. Now some people on the forum have said that the water getting in here is what causes this handle to go bad. I can't confirm that, but I could see how it would let more water in when it's hard like this, so it's a good thing to replace it. So we got the window right there, and it rubs right up against the window, causing wear and tear. Now the inside piece also has felt, but you can see how malleable this piece is. Okay, so there's a bit of metal in there. That piece comes off, that piece comes with it rather, so this edge piece here comes with this when we take it off. My first thought was take a screwdriver, wrap some tape around it, and pry up. So
well, I would start here and see if I can get this up.
Maybe take a needle nose and just pull on that a little bit. The inside lip of this piece has metal inside of it that helps it maintain its shape, so I just grabbed that with a needle nose and pulled straight up. This way there's no chance of damaging the paint or anything like that. Whew. That was one of the end cap pieces for, there's one of those. There's a new one on. And see, in here you can see where the felt wiper is just hard as a rock. I'm able to scratch it off with my fingernail even. I'm glad we're doing this. Let's get a towel or something and clean up this lip here. Oh, one of the pegs stayed behind, didn't it? Okay. And Dad's question was, how does it fit around this? Well, it actually slides behind this. Another thing you can do, this car sat for a while, so you can peel this back a little bit and get in here, because when else are you going to be able to do that? If you bend these too sharply, it's going to leave a crease. If that bothers you, just be careful to not bend these too sharply when you're cleaning underneath them. Also, if you do that, it's going to pop out a little edge like it did here. Just make sure you tuck that back in behind the trim piece. There are actually holes, like right here. See that hole? These tabs fit into these holes. Right there.
You got some on the outside out there.
Once you've got all the tabs in place, make 2 passes. The first pass, just push these gently to seat them, and then the second pass, push firmly down on each one individually, and it should go right into place.
Try rolling the window up and seeing if it stays in.
How's it look?
Stayed in perfect, didn't rock at all.
Okay. Well, you can see the wipers doing their job, smearing the water around, but better than scratching it. I think that's pretty good. That looks a lot better too. It kind of calls attention to the fact that these are faded and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people on the forums will just take Plastidip or something to restore this piece, but then my concern with that is that eventually it's going to start scratching the window like it did on mine. So if you're considering either painting or replacing this, I'll tell you the price in the description, but as of right now is about $85, I think. And by this time, these are all getting pretty old. So if it were me, I would just say replace it, because it's cheaper to do that than it is to replace the glass. If this scratching were to happen right in the middle or something, like this one here, luckily the window wasn't rolled down very far that time, but could have scratched all the way up and then you'd have a huge problem. So that is it. That's the rear windshield weather strip. Windshield? It's not a windshield at that point. Rear glass weather strip replacement on a first gen Toyota Sequoia. See ya.